Alright guys, today I want to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is starting up side hustles. You see, before Amazon FBA, I had all these crazy side hustles, and in this video I'm going to share everything that I did from when I was in grade 2 flipping pens and pencils all the way up to the recent years when I was doing a bunch of random things. So if you are watching this video, I can almost guarantee that you had your own side hustle as well. When I'm explaining my side hustles, what I want you to do is write down all the side hustles that you had, and I'd be curious to know if there's any sort of commonalities. And I think the more things that you try, the more successful you'll be. So let me know what kind of side hustles you had and enjoy this video. All right, hey, what is going on everybody? It is your boy Tom here. So in this video, I am super excited to share some of my failures with you guys. So I'm going to be talking about all of the side hustles that I've tried before finding some success in this Amazon FBA world, in this e-commerce space. So I kind of want to bring you guys back to all those things that I tried. I got Facebook Live going down here. I got my camera up here, so my eyes might be going up and down. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, I am doing a 30-day Facebook Live challenge where I go on my personal Facebook page. I go live every single night for 30 days. So I'm gonna link that down below. You can add me on Facebook. There's my cat behind me. But anyway, let's get started with the first side hustle. So this brings back to, man, the early days for sure. So this is in China when I was in like grade 2 or grade 3. My dad used to bring back pens and pencils that were made in the USA. He traveled to the States quite a bit back then. He would bring them back, and all the kids at school would be super jealous of me because at the time, all these pens and pencils were made in China. The ones that he brought back were made in the USA, and they look very, very different. So I would actually sell these pens and pencils to the kids in class. I post up like posters and stuff in the classroom, and I remember I used to flip these pens and pencils, and I used the money to go, buy like candies and stuff like that. That was super cool. So that's kind of the first ever side hustle based on my memories. The second one, and these are not really in order, but I'm just going to start spinning them out. The second one, I would say, so actually, I'm not even going to count that as the first. That's just the first side hustle. But then I have a bunch more here. I have about 7 or 8 that I'm going to share with you guys today. So the second one, or the first one, let's go with buying snowboarding gears. So I used to be super into snowboarding. I used to go up to Grouse Mountain a lot. I used to go to Whistler a lot. When I was a kid, I would say like 12, 13, 14 years old, right? No, maybe actually a little bit older. Maybe like 14, 15, 16. Yeah, around that age. And what I will do is I will go on these websites. There's one website, I forget the name now, but you can buy these snowboarding gears at massive discount prices. And they used to be, they're all brand new gears. So I go on these sites, I check them out every single day, and I look for deals. And I would just simply go on eBay to see how much how much people are willing to pay for them. And what I'll do is I'll buy these snowboarding gears on these steep discount sites, and I'll actually wear them a few times, and I will sell them on eBay or Craigslist, whatever it might be. And I actually made some money there as well. So that was super cool. So that's buying snowboarding gears. Oh, also speaking of kind of flipping things, I used to flip tickets, right? I remember if a big DJ ever came in town, I would basically buy tickets. I was a scalper, right? I'll buy tickets online, and then I would post them on Craigslist. I'll post them on mostly Craigslist, and I would just basically go to the venue to meet up with people. And if I couldn't get rid of them, I would actually go to the club or whatever on the day of and actually just sell the ticket right in front of the door. So I didn't really lose any money in that sense. But yeah, that's one thing I used to do is I used to flip tickets for these DJs and events that's coming in town. And fourth one, or I lost track, I'm just going to start naming them all. I also had an Airbnb business. Back then, I lived in my parents' place, and my parents were not in town a lot of times. They were in LA. That's where my dad had his business. And basically from there, I would just Airbnb their bedroom until they found out and got super choked, right? They got super pissed. And but yeah, I used to Airbnb the place. I remember one summer in particular, they were gone for pretty much the entire summer. And it was cool because there was one lady that came from Japan with her daughter, and they basically stayed with me the entire month of summer. And I think that's during kind of the BCIT days. I would say 2014, 2015, before I went to BCIT. So that's kind of one way that I paid through college, is actually by renting the Airbnb out of my parents' apartment. So not this recent bull run of Bitcoin, not last year or the year before. This is back in 2013 when Bitcoin had its first ever bull run. Well, not first ever, but that was kind of the massive bull run that Bitcoin had. back in 2013, I thought I'd get into like the brokering business because a lot of people want to buy Bitcoins and they don't know how. They have no idea how to do it. So what I did was I was actually able to facilitate transactions where they gave me money and I will actually go buy Bitcoins, and in exchange I'll take a transaction fee. So that was, another business that I did back in 2013. I remember this one really vividly. So this is through a bank here called Tangerine. So Tangerine had some sort of affiliate sign up where basically if you refer other people to sign up, you get like $100 and then the other person gets $100 as well. So they were trying to get as many people to sign up through Tangerine as possible. I saw this as a really good opportunity where basically I posted ads on Craigslist, I posted ads on my Facebook page, and I just got as many people to sign up for this program as possible. And then it was in a tier system as well. So the more people you sign up, the higher the commission you'll get paid. So I guess I did a little bit of affiliate marketing for a bank back in the day, but obviously I didn't drive traffic or anything. I basically just posted the ad on my personal Facebook page and I posted the ad on Craigslist, and I think I made a few $1,000s from there. I remember that super well for some reason. Another thing that I did was selling watches. So I remember, this is a story I shared with a lot of people already, but I remember I went to Vegas and I came across to a trade show to help my dad. And basically I came across these massive blinged out watches. I call them, these like rapper watches, right? They're just massive with diamond. And I was like, holy crap, that's super flashy. And I remember the last day of the trade show, I walked up to the vendor, and these were all samples that they had. They didn't want to bring them back with them, so they actually just want to sell them to someone at the trade show. And I said, hey, I'll take them all, give me a good deal. They did. I brought them back to Canada. The trade show was in Vegas. Brought 50 watches in the customs, in my luggage, through customs. They didn't ask any questions, and I basically just started selling these watches. I went down the streets of Granville Street. I approached anybody that I thought would be a good fit for these watches, and I would just go up to them and be like, hey, like, I got these watches. Do you want to buy these watches? And I ended up selling a lot. And then from there, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to order more. And I ordered more. And then at that time, one of my friends at the time, he had a booth at the night market. And I was basically saying like, hey, give me like half your booth and I will, I'll work with you on a consignment basis. If I sell a watch, I'm going to give you some. If I don't sell any watches, then then you don't get paid. So at the beginning, I showed up, I sold a bunch of watches, and then I remember he hired someone, and I was like, hey, you know what? Instead of me going there, I'll give you a commission to sell these watches for me. So that was almost my first employee contractor, and they didn't end up doing very well. But I remember coming in, I sold a bunch of watches, but yeah, anyways, these watches were going for like $20-$30 or something like that. But that was like a little watch business I had back in the day. That was kind of cool. So I helped a friend to import and export cars as well. He basically buys cars locally here in Canada or US, and then he will actually ship them off to China because people are willing to pay a lot more for these cars. So I helped him with that business where I got a lot of people to buy cars here and then ship them off to China. 100% legal, by the way. There's a lot of news out there that's saying this is illegal, this and that. As far as we're concerned, I mean, at the end of the day, you're just buying an asset or a liability and then reselling that thing in China. We'll buy them outright with cash, so it's not like we're financing them and not pay our finance. Yeah, that was another thing that I tried. And that made me some dollars, and that helped me to go through college and all those different things. And the last thing I did was I basically came across this opportunity where I went on Fiverr.com and I saw that people were making logos for like $5, $10, $15. And I was like, you know what? I bet I can sell these services on Craigslist. So what I did was I got a bunch of these logos, I got a bunch of these brochures and business cards, and I actually posted them on Craigslist saying that I can offer these services for $100, $150. And then what I would do is if someone placed an order with me, I would just basically find a guy on Fiverr. I'd be like, hey, this is what they want. Can you create it? They're like, yeah, we can. So I paid the Fiverr guy $5, $10, $15, $20. And then I would give that, business card or logo to someone local, and then kind of, basically arbitrage, right? Like finding something for $5, $10, $15 and then reselling that for $100, $150, whatever it might be. So I was doing that for a little while as well, just basically blasting Craigslist. I was getting like calls pretty much every day, and that helped me to go through some school. Like when I was in school, I couldn't really work because BCIT was really hectic. So yeah, those are some of the ways that I guess made money, my entrepreneurial side hustles that I've always had. And I think a lot of people have these side hustles as well. Like especially, one of the things that I started asking my employees, basically doing interviews right now, I'm hiring a lot, is I want to know if they actually had these side hustles as well, because doing side hustle really shows a lot about a person. It really shows that they take the initiative, they like to try different things, they're not scared of failures. So it really speaks a lot when someone has these side hustles and trying to make things work and this and that, because at the end of the day, a lot of people want to be successful, want to be this, want to be that, but they just can't get themselves to take any action. So even kind of looking at these side hustles on the side, doesn't matter if they made money or not, at least you tried, right? At least you tried, and it was that experience that you learned stuff through, and knowing that what you like, what you don't like. And from there, it's just a matter of consistently trying. And if you have the mentality of, hey, I'm not scared to fail, or I don't really give a shit if I fail and look like an idiot in front of other people, or whatever it might be, then sooner or later, you're going to stumble upon something where it actually does work, and that's just going to take off. And then from there, you build momentum. So anyway, those are some of the side hustles that I had back in the day. Wanted to share that with you. Obviously, now I'm more focused on the Amazon space, launching more products on Amazon and coaching and this and that. So a lot of now it's Amazon related, but there's still a lot of these other things outside of Amazon even that, we're working on. So yeah, it's kind of a never-ending side hustle, I guess. It's fun. I really do enjoy it, and it's a great learning experience as well. So anyway, that is the end of this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, thank you all so much for tuning in. And if you do enjoy this, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you're watching. I would really appreciate it. And leave a comment down below if you're enjoying this type of content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. I really hope you got a lot of value from this. And if you are interested in watching more, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. And if you're seeing until the end, give your boy a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I will see you in the next video.